Folks, thanks for joining us today. My name's John Dubas with Premier Marketing, and we'll be spending the next 45 minutes to an hour or so discussing some of the exciting possibilities you have with the demand product with one of the product leaders in this space. So we're talking today about some exciting new dental plans that are coming now available with Medico, one of our featured partners here at Premier. Today's presentation is being recorded. So it, along with a PDF of this presentation, will be sent to everyone who raised their hand with interest, along with some other detail that I'll allude to through the course of the presentation itself. You'll notice in the software package that there is a section for both questions and chat. I'm a chatty guy, but I'd prefer, if you don't mind, to put your questions in the questions box. We'll make certain that if we don't answer them distinctly through the course of the presentation, which we do the majority of the time, we do address them so you have the answers you need in order to make this a key part of your portfolio, a nice piece of it. It will come to you by email. The recording itself will be sent as part of the follow-up, but that will also be posted on our website at premiersmi.com and on our YouTube channel. So those are available for you as resources. I want to start with a bit of level set about who Premier is. Many of you are very familiar with us, but just to put us all on the same page, we are a national marketing organization founded in 1968. That's part of the Integrity Marketing Platform with offices across the country. We act as an insurance wholesaler, delivering product to the public through independent agents and agencies such as yourselves. And we do so with contracts that are at the highest possible commission levels, with recruiting contracts available to those who qualify. And we do that through an entire package, a portfolio of programs that include the base medical necessities for the Medicare plans, the Medicare Advantage and the Med Sup programs, the standalone Part D programs, but we also offer that full portfolio of life insurance and annuity products, including final expense life insurance, pre-need plans, a selection of long and short-term care programs, and a number of disability income programs that can be very helpful to you. And particularly apropos to today's discussion, a broad portfolio of ancillary products. So then dental vision hearing products, such as what we'll speak of today, but also critical illness cancer plans, hospital indemnity programs, accident programs, and we have even rolled out a telehealth program through MD Live. That Medicare Advantage portfolio includes all the national carriers and many of the strong regionals that can make a difference for you in your market. And that same philosophy carries over unto the PDP programs, where those national carriers are there for you. Many times it's the same contract as you have with the MA portion of it. Our Med Sups, it's a wide variety of programs, and we have different marketing initiatives in play to help you be effective in that space. We want you to be available to address the entire Medicare spectrum as to what is the best plan for that individual. Pertinent to today, in each of these different categories for the ancillary products, we have the leaders in that space, including our partner presenters today with Medico. So you'll see these programs can make a huge difference in marketing potential, additional revenue streams for your organization, your agency, yourself, and ways of cementing our retention, drive up our persistency, because multiple products in the house does help with that. So when we look at the Medicare opportunity overall, we see a burgeoning number of the aging of the baby boomers, the silver tsunami, 10,000 plus a day, one every 10 seconds. Well, if you look at the Medicare market just based on age, you're missing out a little bit, because some folks, particularly over the last year, I wonder why, deferred accessing Medicare benefits because they may have continued to work past the date, or for whatever reason there is. So it whittles down that number based on age, but it's increased when we look at the number of people that are under the age of 65 accessing Medicare because of medical disability, 15% of that population. And what's really nice is the programs like today aren't just for the senior population. So we have that additional market to work for and work with, and we need to address it because, hey, 2/3 of the Medicare population has 3+ chronic conditions and has some challenges with their budgets as well. And we'll see that many of them aren't accessing some of the dental care that they may have earlier, or unaware of some of the possibilities they have for those types of coverages. So we want to make certain that we address, pardon me, you'd like to see me out of my system here. I apologize. There we go. Um, what we see then are folks that have multiple choices. I mean, because they don't have to do anything. They can even decline Part B if they want to. Thankfully, most people don't do that. Some of them will self-insure for the other expenses. Some will pick up drug coverages. Some will pick up a med sup to cover the holes in the coverage on the medical basis, or go into an MA plan. The nice thing about today's presentation and the products that we discuss, it's applicable across the board for whatever choices they make on some of the base stuff. We can still do programs that will help them pay independent of some of their other benefits and aid their area in many cases of greatest need, and that's dealing with dental expenses. When we look at people that are actually coming into Medicare when they first access, you got a pretty even split in some of those categories. So we want to make certain we have programs like today's that can address whatever choice that happens to be. We also, as part of the follow-up, we'll send you a link to this guide. I've been in this niche for 35+ years, calling Medicare a niche. Geez. But there's always something that pops up and it's like, what do they mean by MICKEYMOUSE? Well, this will help you decipher that and make certain that we get you information you need. Now, programs like today aren't subject to the election periods that we have with a lot of the rest of the Medicare space. The standardized election periods, we've gone through them ad nauseum here lately, but we have a ton of different special election periods that people can change some of their base coverages, and that may well affect their dental benefits and some of the needs for programs such as what we talk about today. But these SEPs, this will come to you as part of the follow-up, including an updated version of the weather and other special election periods that have come available through FEMA. It's important that we reach out to the population that need these benefits because they're not doing an annual review on average. Kaiser Family Foundation tells us that 57% of them don't review their coverage options annually. There's a ton of reasons for it. Complacency, but in many circumstances, those that are looking to access that information don't really understand it, or really need to make certain that they have the pertinent information to help make those decisions. And that affects the people that are particularly vulnerable as well. So all that information that's out there, it's like creating your own website. If people don't know you're there, you're just an island in the sea. And they're not even using, the Medicare population is not even accessing Medicare's plan finder. So that's where some of the tools that we offer electronically can help dispense that information to your population and do so compliantly, because they don't understand their Medicare choices. And the old odd couple line of what happens when you assume, well, we know what happens. We also want to make certain that we're able to deliver this information in whatever manner our prospects and clients wish to receive it. So in some cases, that's still in person. There's no substitute for across the kitchen table. Here we are. But obviously, for a year, we couldn't do that. So many people adapted very successfully as an agent to a virtual experience. And we need to make certain we have tools that can help us. One of the reasons we're impressed with Medico is a lot of what they provide us as selling agents in either circumstance. So that marketing support is very helpful and a key component, because our audience, they're trained. They're utilizing online services, receiving information. Yeah, there's a portion of the population that doesn't receive it in this fashion, but we're training them to take care of this through, hey, I had 9 doctor's appointments with the same doc over the last year, never met him face to face. It's all virtual. So we have delivery of care being handled that way, not only by doctors, but by hospitals doing some of the prep work. Same with dentists. For the longest time, all religious services were online, and that's continuing on as well. I think that's a bit of a mixed blessing for some of us, but it's a great way to make certain that we can maximize the value of our time. So we have invited our friends with Medico to speak to us about some of the opportunities they have. Our guest presenter today is Miss Melissa Gwennap. She's a regional sales distribution manager with Medico. Really good presenter. Thank you for that skill set, Melissa. At this particular point in time, I am going to do one of the most popular pieces of a presentation that I help stage, and that's turn control over to Melissa, no matter what Carrie and Gus may say. So, Melissa, you have the helm.
Awesome. Let me just get my screen shown here, get it all started for you guys. John, thank you. You're awesome. You actually made me crack up a couple times, so glad I was on mute. Otherwise, you guys would have thought I was crazy, which I am, but that's okay. We're in the Medicare market, so we have to be crazy, right? So thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you to Premier. Premier is a huge partner of Medico and have been for some time. We really appreciate everyone getting on, and what we're going to kind of talk about today is going to be Medico's dental products. Sometimes we don't think about dental, so it's important for us to make sure we refresh on it. We're going to discuss why your clients need dental coverage, especially as they age, and how Medico's dental insurance really stands out from some other policies that are in the market today. John kind of hit it on the head. If you're not talking about it, your clients have no idea that things like what we're going to talk about today even exist. So any questions that you guys might have, John also hit this on the head, please feel free to go ahead and put those in the questions box, the chat box. We will be happy to go over those at the end of today's presentation. Again, Melissa Gwennap with Medico. So I, along with John, have kind of been in this market for some time. I don't want to tell you how long because then you might know how old I am. So I have actually been at Medico. This July will be 22 years. So I know a lot about Medico. I've seen a lot of changes over the years. I've kind of lived and breathed it, right? So one thing I want to talk about is reasons clients benefit from choosing Medico. We're a large company backed by a personal service of a small company. We've been in the insurance industry since 1930, so we are not new to this market. This April, actually, just last month, AM Best came in and we are now rated A, which is excellent for a company our size. We're part of a financially strong and stable organization. We've got that large money backed, and you get a small personal service, which I think is important. One of the coolest things that I always like to talk about is all of our employees are committed to helping make your job as the agent easy and ensure your clients feel respected and informed. Another thing, we do all of our services in-house. We do not third-party anything out. That includes underwriting. So if you ever have a question, you can call and speak to one of our underwriters, and you can talk to the person on the case. That's just how it is, okay? So doing business with us is simple, and that's what we like. And that's what we hear a lot, that we're easy to do business with. So let's talk about dental, because I know it's not always something I want to talk about, and I hate going to the dentist, so we're going to talk about it for a little bit. Okay, while we're all currently still wearing masks, for the most part, right, during this pandemic, hopefully soon, everyone cross your fingers, your toes, whatever you need to do. Hopefully soon, everyone's going to get to show their smiles again, right? It's crazy that we haven't really seen people's faces. And do you guys have a hard time recognizing people? I do. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's who that is. But again, according to a 2019 report from the Kaiser Family Foundation, almost 65% of Medicare beneficiaries did not have dental coverage. 65% of Medicare beneficiaries do not have dental coverage. This is huge, okay? What does that mean for you as an agent? That means there are nearly 37 million smiles out there that are not covered. Why is it important to make sure they're covered? Because an essential part of protecting an individual's overall health is ensuring good oral health, okay? Believe it or not, Bad oral health is linked to many other diseases. As we know, regular brushing and flossing are important, but we can't just rely upon that alone. Without regular cleanings, bacteria builds up, it leads to decay, cavities, tooth loss, okay? Poor dental health can also lead to some major health problems. What we're seeing here, it can lead to respiratory disease, cardiovascular disease, signs of diabetes, dementia, Alzheimer's, okay? Periodontal disease is at an all-time high. 70% of adults 65 and older have periodontal disease. That's a gum disease, okay? According to the American Cancer Society, 62 is that magic age where most people get diagnosed with mouth, throat, and tongue cancer. So what I always like to talk about, and I actually asked for this statistic to be removed because at first it really grossed me out, okay? And I was like, ugh, I don't want to talk about that. But it's reality, and it's kind of crazy. So where I'm going to bring your attention is over here to the right. That says 26% of adults age 65 and older have 8 or fewer teeth in their mouth, okay? I was actually doing a presentation in person, believe it or not. We're kind of getting back on the road. An agent yells out, that's 1 in 4 people. 1 in 4 people have less than 8 teeth in their mouth. Kind of crazy, right? So it's important to make sure we're protecting our seniors and talking to them about dental insurance. So as we know, regular visits to the dentist are essential to prevent oral health problems and health problems in general that we just talked about. But oral health can be painful. It can also be very expensive, okay? Most health insurance plans, including Medicare, doesn't cover exams and services related to basic dental health care. Now, if I was in the room with you guys, I would say, all right, everyone raise their hand. Have you ever had a client so excited they're finally going on Medicare, now they think they're absolutely covered for everything? I bet all of you have had somebody tell you that, right? My mother was one of them. Little did she know, Medicare doesn't cover most things, especially dental. Nearly 40% of seniors have not had a dentist visit in the past year. Now, this is pre-COVID numbers. Can you imagine what this might look like now? And why is it important? Because with more than 52 million older adults on Medicare, that's a lot of uncovered dental procedures as far as not going and not having coverage, okay? And why might they not go? Because we talked about this, cost. Look at some of these costs, okay? If your clients don't have dental coverage, this is what they're going to pay for dental services on average. This was actual data that was billed charges to Medico in 2020. Look at dentures. This is either a lower or an upper. That's not even a full set of dentures. $1,382. Root canal. I actually woke up 2 months ago with a horrible toothache. Called my dentist. I had to wait till the next day to get in. I get in there after I've suffered all day and night. And he says, took an x-ray and says, you're going to have a root canal. That tooth is dead. I had no idea. Just hit me like that, okay? $1,000. Literally, that is what it cost me, okay? Even a filling, $255. A simple cleaning, $91. So no wonder clients aren't going to the dentist, or members or your clients aren't going to the dentist. They don't want to pay these costs, okay? And the average 65-year-old couple only has about $6,000 in go-to savings. They don't want to spend that money to go to a dentist. So today what we're going to talk about is 2 brand new products that Medico just rolled out starting April 1st. So you can currently sell this. If you are not contracted with Medico, please get a hold of John and his team, and they will absolutely get you contracted with Medico. But we are super excited about the new plan. So the new plan that we're going to talk about first is the new Gold and Platinum products. So if you happen to be selling in a state that is in gold here, this is the first plan we're going to talk about. Now, the blue states, we still have product available there. It's just a little bit different. We're also going to touch base on that. So if you are selling in a blue state, don't give up hope. We still have product there as well. And Medico's actual goal is to have 40 states turn gold by the end of the year. That's how awesome this new product is. Okay. So first things first. Okay. All of Medico's plans offer policyholders the freedom of choice. This is huge. Okay. They are covered if they choose any provider. They can experience additional savings if they do use one of our in-network dental providers. Who we go through is Carrington Maximum Care Dental Network, okay? It's the Plus Connection Dental Network. You can find a listing of providers at carrington.com. You can find it at gomedico.com. And John, you said this earlier, and this is one of the times I cracked up. You can find it on the agent website, which is mic.gomedico.com. Okay, you guys would be shocked. I always have people sing me the Mickey Mouse song. Okay, so again, they can go wherever they want, but they can experience additional savings if they go to one of the network providers. They don't have to. Okay, so we as agents, we know it's important to save our clients money, and they can save additional money on their premium. So let's say at the time of application, they decide to add their spouse to the dental policy at the time of application. They are going to save 12% premium. The clients will have the exact same policy number, but they're going to get their own separate benefit. But if a husband and a wife sign up at the same time, they're going to save 12% premium. The next discount that we offer, if either the applicant or the spouse who's applying for a policy is issued a Medicare supplement, or they have a Medicare supplement already, or they have a final expense plan with Medico or any of Medico's companies, we are now offering a 5% multi-policy discount. Huge, okay? So the new Gold and Platinum plans not only give policyholders the freedom of choice, but they can also choose between two different riders at the time of application. These are huge. The buy-up benefit rider is $1,000. It adds $1,000 of coverage to maximize the policy benefit. So we haven't gotten into what the policy looks like, but let's say your client purchases a $1,000 plan, and then they buy the buy-up benefit rider. They're really going to have $2,000 worth of coverage every single January 1st. Okay. Also, the buy-up plan can be bought on any plan. Just has to be done at time of application. The other rider that they can purchase, they can do one or the other. It's either the buy-up benefit rider or the carryover benefit rider. Carryover is huge. I will tell you right now, we have well over 300 applications since April 1st, and 50% of them have the carryover benefit rider. So if the plan's full benefits are not entirely used during a policy year, if policyholders purchase the carryover benefit rider, the carryover amount will accumulate until it reaches $3,000. So just an example, somebody purchases a $1,000 policy. Maybe they only go in for a couple cleanings that year. They didn't have any major services. That additional $500 that they have will carry over into the next year's benefits. So let's say they purchased a $1,000 policy. January 1st, they get $1,000 automatically because it's January 1st, and they get to roll over that $500. This is huge, and this can be huge, especially going down the road if they need a major service. So just to kind of give you a little bit of a teaser, pricing is not on here, but the buy-up benefit rider, I don't care if you live in Texas or you live in Iowa or you live in Nebraska, and I don't care if your age is 18 to 79, all of the premiums are the exact same. The buy-up benefit rider is going to cost the client $11.95 a month. And yes, I will send this to you, John, so you can send the pricing out. You guys don't have to remember. There's no pop quiz at the end. The carryover benefit rider will cost somebody $7.95 a month. Okay, huge. Applications are all electronic. You can only do them through My Enroller. We are not accepting paper applications. There is a paper application that you can download. And then when you get back to your office, then you can enroll the person through My Enroller, but you do have to enroll them through My Enroller. Two different plans the clients can choose from. Obviously, the first category is gold. Second category is platinum. There's a gold 1,000, a gold 1,500. There's a platinum 1,000, platinum 1,500. We're going to cut right to the chase. What is the difference between gold and platinum? There's one difference and one difference only besides premium. Basic services. I'm going to roll your eyeballs down to basic services. If your client purchases a gold 1,000 or a gold 1,500, Medico will pay 50% on basic services. If they purchase platinum 1,000 or platinum 1,500, we will pay 80% on basic services. This is the only difference, okay? $0 deductible for preventative services. There is no deductible for preventative. This is huge. There's also no waiting period. What are preventative services? That is things that you and I go to the dentist for every 6 months to a year. This is your normal evaluation, your normal cleaning, your normal x-ray. No deductible, no waiting period, paid at 100%. Basic services, this is like if you need a filling or you need a non-surgical extraction or you wake up like I did with a toothache and they got to figure out what's going on with your tooth. So they do a diagnostic x-ray on that tooth to see what's going on. On the gold plan, Medico pays 50% after a $50 deductible. So there is a $50 deductible for basic and major. And if they have platinum after the $50 deductible, Medico pays 80%. Okay. Major services, dental implants are covered. Medico will cover one dental implant every 3 years. Bridges are covered, crowns are covered, dentures are covered, root canals are covered, surgical extractions are covered, periodontal service is covered, okay? If they have a major service that needs to be done within the first year of owning this policy, Medico will still pay 20%. Usually that's a big fat zero. With this new plan, we will still pay 20%. Sometimes things happen. You wake up with a toothache, not like you did it on purpose, right? Medico pays 20% within the first 12 months of major services. After that 12 months is over, Medico pays 50% after 12 months, okay? I have a plan for my husband. I live in the state of Iowa. He's an Iowa DOT worker. We have really good insurance, but my root canal still cost me $500. I bought this plan, okay? I want to talk about premiums a little bit. And yes, John, I'll send you the premiums. I already said that, but I want to talk about premiums because this policy is very inexpensive. The Gold 1000 premium. Now, don't forget, no matter if your age is 18 or you're 89, you live in Texas, Iowa, Nebraska, we do not care. The Gold 1000 premium is $36.80 a month. Okay, the Gold 1500 is $46 a month. Platinum 1000 is $39.79 a month. So for less than $4 a month, your client can get basic services right at 80% instead of 50. Platinum 1500 is $49.79 a month. Okay, less than going out to dinner for my husband and I sometimes at restaurants. Okay, clear as mud, simple. John, do you have anything you want to add before I move on to the next product? This policy is so simple, I sometimes think I forget something.
No, I think you covered it very well. We want to make certain that we have the base information out to the folks. And like you said, the follow-up will include all this material for those that are feverishly scribbling down, well, you're exercising your hand, you're going to get this anyway. So, nope, ready to roll.
That's right. Perfect. Okay, so people don't panic. If you're in a blue state, hopefully this new plan is coming to you very shortly. Don't forget, Medico wants to have 40 plans or 40 states by the end of the year. That is our hope, fingers crossed, toes crossed, all of that good stuff. But in the meantime, if you're in a blue state, we still have products that you can offer, okay? So it's a couple different plans, and we'll talk about that. You can, again, market this anyone ages 18 to 89. It does have a $100 deductible, and applications, again, are only accepted on My Enroller. The first plan we're going to talk about is a dental-only plan, okay? So blue state, listen up, dental-only plan. It's a $1,000 maximum per policy year. After a 3-month waiting period, preventative services are covered at 100%. Basic services do have a 6-month waiting period, and then they're paid at 50%. Okay. Major services, all those fun things we don't want to go to the dentist for, do have a 12-month waiting period and then paid at 50% up to the $1,000. Okay. Vision is not included. Hearing is not included. And also on our new plan, the gold plan, platinum plan, there is no vision or hearing at this time. The second column, dental, vision, and hearing plan. 2 different maximums your clients can choose from. It's $1,000 or $1,500. 3-month waiting period on preventative, and then after that, Medico will pay 60% in the first year, 70% in the second year, 80% in the third. Basic and restorative, no waiting period. First year coverage is 60%, second year is 70%, third plus years is 80%. Major services, 12-month waiting period, and then paid at 60%. Vision is included, no waiting period for an eye exam. There is a 6-month waiting period for your glasses or contact lenses, and then Medico will pay 60% in the first year, 70% in the second, 80% in the third, and then up to $200 in any 2 plan years for vision. Okay. Hearing is covered after 12 months. Then we will pay 70% in the second year, 80% in third plus years, up to $500 per year for hearing. Dental Plus plan, this is a $2,500 maximum, so they get a little bit more bang for their buck. Preventative is a 3-month waiting period, and then we pay 80%. Basic services, 6-month waiting period, and then paid at 80%. Major services, 12-month waiting period, and then Medico pays 50%. All vision is a 12-month waiting period, then we pay 50%, again up to $200 in any 2 plan years. Hearing, 12-month waiting period, and then we pay 50%, up to $500 per plan year. So you can see the benefits differ a little bit. With the new plan we actually created and talked to all of our agents and agencies like Premier and said, what would you want to see? So hopefully soon all of those fun products or those fun benefits will be in every state. Okay. Really quick, I told you that all of these plans are electronic. You can only submit them through My Enroller. You can download this to your desktop, your laptop, your tablet, your iPad, your MacBook, whatever the case may be. You can use it with or without internet connection once you get it downloaded. Basically, what you're doing is you're doing all of the data entry. You're bypassing that. You're going to issue, policies are going to get issued quicker. You're going to get paid sooner. Several different ways that we can do signatures. Voice authorization saved us during COVID. When agents could no longer be in front of their clients, voice authorization saved us, okay? You can sell this product over the phone and do the signature through voice authorization. Awesome. You can email it or you can be present with your client. My Enroller is amazing. If you're a Medico agent and you have not used My Enroller, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. Okay, I have an 80-year-old agent who uses it and submits all of his business that way. So don't tell me you can't, because I promise you can. Okay, and we're here to help you if you can't. So not Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but the Medico Information Center is mic.gomedico.com. Once you are appointed with Medico, you have full access to our agent website. This is where you will download My Enroller. You go up here to this My Enroller tab. When you click on it, it's going to look like this. If you want to download it to your desktop or your laptop, it's going to be the first version, your iPad's the second. And if you want to do an online version, you have that option as well. This is where if you have a Mac or, tablet, that type of thing. Now, we talked about how important it is to make sure you're cross-selling products, because like John said, the more products you get in a household, they're going to absolutely know who their agent is. So Melissa, I'm their agent, and John DuBois calls them on the phone, tries selling them something. They're going to be like, wait, we already have an agent. I need to hang up and I need to contact my agent. Well, My Enroller helps you with that. You can cross-sell any of Medico's products, okay? This is going to be huge rolling down the road. Medico is actually going to be announcing a new Medicare supplement market or policy in the market. We do currently have Medicare supplement, but we're about to roll out a new one that's super competitive this summer. But this 5% discount, it's going to pop up. So don't forget, you can save your client 5% on dental premium, okay? Couple different pop-ups you're going to see, which is fine. We just want to make sure that you don't forget to talk about it. How do you sell this plan? Pretty simple. How about ask your clients questions and listen to their answers, okay? Very important. Pay attention to the details about the client, about the plans you're selling them. You don't have to follow a script, okay? You don't. But understand their needs by asking questions. The number one question to ask, are you aware that your Medicare plan doesn't cover dental? You'll probably fall over at what they say. They probably have no idea, okay? Again, we are the educator. We have to teach them. Or how about, when was the last time you went to the dentist? I had an agent tell me he asked one of his clients that, and they told him 6 years. 6 years, okay? Just teach them the details, okay? The plan will probably sell itself once you teach the details and how easy it is. Who should you be offering the dental plan to? Who should you cross-sell this with? Every single plan you sell, whether it's a Medicare supplement, it's a Medicare Advantage, it's a hospital indemnity, it's a cancer plan, it's a final expense. Dental is supplement insurance, and it pairs with any product, okay? We do not care. It does, like Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, generally does not cover routine dental care. Now, we know Medicare Advantage sometimes does it, but they still have out-of-pocket copays and all of that good stuff. And just remember, if you're not talking about it, your clients don't know it exists. Marketing materials out on the Medical Information Center, I will actually send all of this to John so he can send it to you. Our highlight sheet, our dental brochure with all the pricing on it. We have Facebook ads. We have all kinds of good stuff for you here at Medico. One thing I want to talk about really quick, and then we'll open it up for questions. If you are selling a dental plan, no matter if you're in a gold state or a blue state, Medico is going to pay you to do so. So this started April 1st. It's going to run through June 30th. We will actually pay you $20 per dental application. No minimum number of applications required. So you send us one, we're paying you $20, okay? $20 per application in addition to your commissions. So the example over here is an agent wrote 16 dental apps at $20 per application. Medico sends a check for $320 of bonus money, okay? I live with teenagers. I have 2 teenage daughters. I always say they're like a broke best friend because they're always asking for money. One of them's actually just turned 18 and graduating this year, and I think she's the worst, and she has 2 jobs. So, hey, we can always use extra money, right? And then, John, I think you've got a screen you want to share just with Premier's information, but this is Medico's contact information. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.
And I'm talking into a muted computer again, Melissa. I'm sorry.
I love
there
that.
Are a couple, I do it too. 3 questions that popped up. One is the upper age limit, where the plans are limited to age 89. We have a person who works in a market in the Midwest where people live much longer than that. Is consideration being done with other programs, or how does that work?
So here's the thing. As long as they purchase it before they're 89, they can have it for their lifetime. They just can't purchase it after age 89. So if they purchase it at age 80, they're golden. They can have it the rest of their life. So the key would be is getting in and selling it before they turn 89.
Okay. And the next one deals with price differential between carriers in the state of Arizona, where we have an agent noting that there's a little price difference between yourself and one of the major competitors. Pricing, how is that determined?
So pricing is all done by these, we like to call them bean counters, actuary. So everything is priced through actuary. It's based upon claims ratio. It's based upon each state. As far as I know, any competitor in the state of Arizona, because I was actually just there and did a bunch of training, for the products like Medico, nobody is really that close to us as far as product wise. I know there might be a carrier that's a little bit cheaper, but the benefits aren't as rich as what the Medico plan is. At least in the couple offices I was in Arizona. I was just there 2 weeks ago. So
Awesome. Well, the one of the pieces we're going to run through in just a little bit is the involvement with one of the quote engines we have and cross-selling. You mentioned that this plan is paperless, or the intent is to be
it is.
paperless with the new rollout.
It is paperless. Yep.
The My Enroller program, that is also something that you've done different trainings on. I guess what I'm doing here in a long roundabout way, Melissa, is asking for, and I'll help find it as well. You've done different trainings on My Enroller. I need to get some information out to folks on that and how it is
Yep.
simple and you can cross-sell off it.
Yes. So actually, and I can send that to you, John, out on the Medico Agent website. We actually have a training that will walk them through how to download My Enroller, how to use My Enroller. It's about 15 minutes, but it literally will walk them through everything. So I will send you the link to that as well.
Perfect. That's what we need. And I think we've addressed all the questions. You had a couple on there that you actually had covered through the course of your presentation, so we don't need to beat that to death. I'll
Perfect.
take some things back. If you would, Melissa, stay with us till the
Yep.
end. We have, if any questions pop up, we'll make certain that we address that. We'll go from your lovely visage to a little signpost here as to why someone would want to do this wonderful program, great support, a great carrier. Why would someone want to do it with Premier? Well, we're trying to do some different things to make life easy for an individual. So the contracting process, there's a nice electronic contracting process with Medico, but for other organizations, not so much in other areas. So we have an opportunity to create an agent profile through our Assurance Pay program to contract electronically with multiple organizations, should it be necessary. But we also have discounted errors and admissions coverage for our qualified agents. What makes an agent qualified? You got to contract with us. But this is a program that you as an agent own. I know of very few carriers in the insurance world that don't require E&O. This can be applied across the board. You own it, and you'll even see coverage for some of the variable products, which is kind of difficult to find sometimes now. So different than adding to a blanket policy that covers you just for one product, covers you across the board and satisfies that requirement that you have with carriers. Secondary almost to, gee, it protects your financial assets as well. We also have a collaborative effort to help keep your license in play with discounting continuing education credits through our association with WebCE, and an opportunity for you to add modified guarantee issue DI policy to your own benefit package and be paid a commission on it. So protecting your ability to earn comes with it. Much as where today's presentation is being recorded, we have a library of past presentations that will help you in that regard as well, available for you 24/7 on our website or our YouTube channel. This is where this will be posted. Today's presentation will be posted there as well, but it deals with different product types, some generic material on dental programs that will link for you as well to give you some additional statistical information. I spared you of that today, but it is also programs such as today with dental coverage in a generic basis, and then getting into specifics like programs with Medico's new dental offering. Those are also things that you can do on a webinar and seminar basis, and we have different hits and tips on how to do that in this area as well. Agents that are contracted with us do have access to our Medicare Center program, where you have, through one universal login, access to 3 quoting engines. Has a CRM in there to help manage your business. It gives you opportunities to utilize the uh, engines that are the Medicare app, Medicare Link, and the CSG tool, which are powered by Connecture, Sunfire, and CSG, obviously. But it also gives you the opportunity to collect and store the electronic scope of appointments. That's something that can help you sell dental. You send out a generic scope, it lists the different products, it sets the expectation of, hey, we're going to talk about this as well. So, some neat things the tool can do to help not only do business now, but work back through your book if you sold them or not throughout the year. That quoting tool is really helpful as well, the CSG tool, because you can go in and add different programs. So a hospital indemnity program, Medico has one of the best HIP programs out there. You run into a household that has a Medicare Advantage plan, hospital daily copay, you can fill the gap through this program. It's really neat on how it does that, and you can quote the medical dental program straight through this as well. And as we talked about earlier, the more product you have in the house, that cross-selling component becomes even more important because it'll drive up your persistency, pays your salary, which is your renewals. So it can help you there. We do also put all the incentive programs together in a singular place on the website for you. This is really nice because Melissa went through the nice programs that Medico is offering in that regard. You can locate them here as well. And these programs do also help you qualify for Premier's incentive programs, which last year was going to be a cruise. We know what happened to all the cruises last year, turned into a virtual getaway with a whole bunch of cash for a whole bunch of agents working with us. We also help make certain that we can get you in front of folks to present the programs that you offer. And so if you are a friend of Ma Bell and like to smile and dial, we can get you a contact list to do that. Dental programs are a great approach there. And you'll see in many cases the premiums shift from 64 to 65, a great way to approach the T65 market in a little different fashion than someone out there saying, I'm selling, you buying? Well, here's a product with an intent that if you exercise that now, you're going to save money down the road. We also do different community-based marketing programs. If you are active in Walmart's or any other retail program, well, Medico's an active participation in a lot of those programs. It's part of that scope once again, so it leads into all the discussions that are necessary to help your folks that you meet in those programs benefit the most. And keep in mind, that's not just AEP. If you're working a retail situation, stick with those folks year round because they have a ton of people you need to talk to. One of the things we do with faith-based opportunities is use this center of influence. That's a seminar or a webinar base. And once again, talking about dental coverages and the need that it presents or covers is very important. That's one of the different topics that are available to you. And when you go to market in the provider space, the dentists are a great population to approach in order to drive that business, grow your book of business. There are different carrier generated opportunities with prospects throughout the year. We see this most frequently with MA or PDP carriers during AEP, but it's one of those situations that you do business with an organization moving forward or you've had a great relationship. Those are the people that you need to make certain that you are in contact with in order to foster that relationship and garner all the support that's possible for you. We do have internet and direct mail support. We'll talk about them in a second. But we also have a tutorial of sorts on referrals, the best lead source there is. And it is in many cases just the whole Columbo approach. One more thing, who handles your dental insurance? So some different things that can really help you get in front of individuals. When we speak of the mail co-op, you got two different programs that you can actually qualify for. One are the health programs and one's for final expense. You can double up. It is based on production, drives down the cost of these programs so you can do it consistently. That is the master stroke for this type of marketing. It's like an exercise program. You do it once, you feel the pain, you don't always see all the results. If you do it consistently, that's where you're going to see the lead flow where it needs to be, and you avoid some of the up and down cycles that you might have otherwise. We do that through vetted lead vendors, preferred lead vendors, where we go in and make certain that they're doing things on a compliant basis and protect you in that fashion. They're all very good. Some of them are really proficient at making certain that they not only deliver on leads, but a way to contact those folks very quickly through the CRMs they offer. Great way of doing some things. We also have programs that if you are willing to invest the entire amount for a campaign you control, or you need it more quickly than that 2 or 3 week turnaround of setting up a direct mail campaign in a target market, we do also have responses that are available to you through 2 different organizations. We are about to roll out a great explanation of the YIG, never distributed direct mail programs, because they've added in some MA component in there as well. So watch for some further detail on that down the road in the very near future. The internet leads are Facebook programs that we have for final expense and Medicare. The Medicare leads on this are pointed at the review and the Medicare supplement world. We want to make certain we remain compliant regardless of how we're approaching the folks. And once again, referrals, sometimes it's just as simple as asking. But watch for the link to this directly as part of the follow-up. I think you'll find it a nice refresher and a reminder for you as well. All that said and done, we're nearing the top of the hour. We speak to these different opportunities and the programs like Medico offer that really can assist you in driving your business. We want to be part of that business. We want to be the source that, hey, you got friends in the industry, send them our way, refer them our way. We can help as much as possible. And it's all part of creating your marketing plan and then looking to see, do I need to adjust? What can I do? The medical dental programs are a great component to fold into what you're doing now as well. And as John Wayne says in the old movie, The Cowboys, hey, we're burning daylight. It's a thing you can do now. It's not subject to continuous certifications, not an annual cert on it. You don't have to worry about lock-in periods. It pays in addition to other programs, a great component for you to help your prospects and clients. All that said and done, watch for the follow-up that we're going to be sending by email. Put me as I'm a safe guy. I don't have to go in your spam filter, but check that as well. It'll have a link to this presentation and a lot of statistical information that we referenced. So you have the detail in order to be effective in this space. You can reach us at our toll-free number at 1-800-365-8208. If you're working with a marketer with Premier now, they'll set you up with the medical programs, or make certain that we're delivering upon the information you need to make this a part of your portfolio. You can respond, of course, to the email we send out, or visit us at our website at premiersmi.com. But folks will be reaching out to visit with you too and make certain that we can make this effective for you. I want to check the questions one more time. And bear with me. Okay. And I think we've got everything covered. There is a piece as to not just the continuation of the plan past age 89. Why don't they market to older people? I think part of that is the challenges that you have with many of the folks of the shrinking market. I'm not getting you the answer you need consonants for that. So I'm going to include that as part of the follow-up that we send out to you. So watch for that. And I apologize for not being able to immediately answer that. All that said and done, I think we have everything else taken into account. I want to thank you for sharing your most valuable resource with us here today, your time. Much appreciated. For those of you that have worked with us in the past, we thank you for that relationship and your business. For those of you that are looking for new opportunities, we welcome the opportunity to be considered for that. And thank you for that consideration. So all that said and done, until we're able to visit again, I want to once again thank you for coming on the line. Thank you, Melissa, for your presentation. Watch for the follow-up, and until we're able to chat again, we wish you good selling. Thanks so very much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Have a great day, all. Thank you.